Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I am filming again and this is so weird. I have to go right back in it. I'm literally using one of these pillows as my stand because, like I keep forgetting to do, I have to order a stand. I should write that down in my notes. Order stand. Got it. So like I said, welcome back to my channel. For those of you that don't know me or are new to my channel, my name is Giseth. I am a blogger. I like to talk about trying to conceive, what happens after you conceive, and the process throughout. I just like to share my life with everybody, and I like to share this community that comes from my channel as a support group for all of those women out there who are going through the struggle of trying to conceive, and also for men who come across my channel and they're wondering what their wives, girlfriends, fiancés are feeling while they're trying to conceive and aren't able to. And yeah, so this video, as you guys can tell from the title, is my first trimester recap. I'm gonna touch base lightly on my second trimester right now. Ever since I went into my second trimester, I feel like the belly that I had completely vanished, because now it's just like you can see the formation of where the baby is. Not like the formation of the baby, but you see like its little capsule, if you will. And it's really, really funny because it's like, I'm like, this whole time I've been wanting a belly, and now I had like bloating with a little belly, and then now it's just a little capsule where baby is. So it's interesting and annoying all at the same time. My nausea has gone away. I don't have nausea anymore. I'm tired, but not as tired as I usually am, but I do get very sleepy regardless of what I'm doing. And I'm also going to be answering the questions, because I put up a post on my Instagram of questions that you guys wanted me to answer. So I'm going to shout you guys out, and then I'm going to read the question and answer it for you guys. If you want to see how my first trimester was and the answer to all of your questions, then please keep watching. So like I said, I started testing on 9DPO, which was February 11th. I got my BFP February 13th, which was the day before Valentine's Day, so we had a really nice Valentine's Day. I really didn't do much different on my 2-week wait. Like I told you guys before, the only thing that I read up, because I was always researching like different and new things that I could do naturally while I was in my 2-week wait, and like while I was trying. And you know, I used my pre-seed, I took my prenatals, I ate my mangoes, of course, and I made sure he ate mangoes too. I did all of that. And the only thing I did different in my 2-week wait was that I did come across a homeopath's video that said that it's really important to keep your feet toasty, nice and warm throughout the 2-week wait. That helps for implantation. So like fuzzy socks like this, that's what I did. I just kept them warm. That's the only thing I did different in my 2-week wait. The symptoms that I had before my BFP, for those of you who don't know what that is, it's my big fat positive. So before my BFP, the only symptom that I had that was like really intense, was that my nipples, like my actual nipple would be like really hard most of the time, and really sensitive. Like even the seatbelt, when you would put on the seatbelt, the rubbing of it, like even on top of clothes, was just very uncomfortable, very sensitive, and they were really sore. Like I said, that was one big thing that I felt was really weird. And I also had a dream, a very vivid dream. I had a dream that I saw a sonogram scan that was being done to me, and I saw that there was a baby, and I saw the baby grow and grow and grow and grow and grow all the way to full term. So 2 days later after that dream, I got my BFP, and I think that was really weird because I felt really psychic at the moment. So once I got my positive, I tested until 14 DPO, at which point I had begun doing the blood work with my doctor to check my levels. I went in, and the first levels they called back was 28. And then the next level was, I want to say it was like 755. It was like 5 something, and then before I went to Colombia it was like 755, and when I came back it was just like really up there. So that's when we did the sonograms and stuff like that, and I stopped testing once I came back from, right before I went to Colombia I stopped testing completely. So my first trimester cravings and other different things is, first and foremost, I told you guys when I went to Colombia I was craving manga. So it's like mango, but it's like the female version of it, and I was eating it every single day. Like, I just had to have it. For those of you that are Colombian, you guys know what I'm talking about. It tastes different than the mango, but it tastes so good, and I was really craving it. Anything honestly with salt and lemon was something that I was really drawn to while I was over there too, so it was really good. Fried shrimp is something that I'm still drawn to a lot. I wanted frijoles because we do it different in Colombia. We actually make it kind of like a soup. Then you make it with a side of rice and like steak and like a salad. Over there lunch is like a really big deal. So when you make frijoles, you make it like with pig's foot, which probably sounds disgusting, but it's actually really good, and I grew up with it, so that's why I like it. And I like to spritz lemon on it, on the frijoles. It's so good. The coffee made me nauseous, which was crazy because anytime that I go to Colombia I always have fresh coffee, and I have it black over there because it tastes so good. Hello, Colombia is known for coffee, so obviously the coffee is amazing. For all my coffee lovers, you know what I'm talking about. But the coffee just made me nauseous. I no longer liked Starbucks coffee, which was weird because I always had a caramel frap from Starbucks with almond milk, and now I can't even drink it. I haven't been able to drink it for months because I don't like the taste of it. So I just make it at home, which if you guys want to see how I do that, look at my previous video because I showed you guys how I do that. So steak also made me nauseous. It had to be a certain kind of steak that was made, kind of like just fried salt with a little bit of salt, and that's pretty much it. Like, I couldn't have the regular steak that I always cook. So I'm not really eating steak right now because it's not something that I'm drawn to, and every time I try to eat it halfway through I'm literally nauseous. So yeah. I was breaking out a lot on my chin, and for some reason on my right cheek, like over here, I would always break out. Today I woke up and I have this breakout here, and then I have a pimple here, and then I have one growing like right here on the side of my nostril, which hurts so bad because sometimes I'll get allergies and my nose is what's itchy, and I'll go to rub and I can't because it freaking hurts. But yeah, that happened a lot as well. My pores got super big. They're still really big, and my pores were never this big, but my face, like the texture of my skin on my face has changed a lot. I used to be really oily in my T-zone, which I'm still oily, but I'm not as oily, and I'm more dry now than I am oily. But I had to change my whole makeup routine, my whole makeup thing. I had to completely change because I would either be an oily mess, or my pores would show way too much, or I would look way too cakey, and it's like I had to come up with a solution quick. I was very tired, very sleepy all the time. I felt like I had like weights from the gym on top of me all day, and I was just like, okay, and like I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to clean. I actually did not clean for a while. Angel was on the forefront of that one because I just felt like I didn't have the energy for any of it. I got really bad bags under my eyes, dark circles. My nausea, so my morning sickness was only at night, so I had night sickness. I never had it in the morning. I only had it at night, and I would constantly take naps in the middle of the day when I was in Colombia, of course. And I had tons of bloating, which now leads to the fact that I don't have bloating. So my belly started showing with the bloating a lot more around 9 to 10 weeks of the pregnancy, and then it would disappear in the morning, and throughout the day it would get bigger and bigger and bigger. So obviously that was bloating. Now at 13 weeks, well, now I'm 14 weeks. Yeah, so now at 14 weeks, at 13 weeks the belly was staying all day, but now that I'm 14 weeks, it's weird how it just changes. Like, it'll stay for 2 days it stayed, like the belly stayed, and I was like, oh, I have a bump now, yay. No. The belly just completely like went away, and there's like nothing to show, honestly. This is just my boobs and then a baggy shirt. I'm just like lounging here at home. So now I'm gonna go ahead and answer your questions. Okay, so the first question is from Melissa Itis. I want to say Melissa Itis. I hope I'm saying that right. And your question was your first trimester what you've always thought it would be like? Thank you for the question, by the way. Was my first trimester the way I thought it would always be? I thought that I might be one to throw up. I thought that I would be nauseous all day. Actually, I wasn't thinking about what cravings, like I didn't have my money set on a craving that I was gonna have. I was just always wondering what it was gonna be. So to answer your question, no, my first trimester wasn't what I thought it was always gonna be. I always thought that my pregnancy alone would be a fun, peaceful experience, but due to my history and my past, my first trimester actually was more stressful than anything, because I always had to, every time I went to the bathroom, the first thing I would do was look at my underwear and see if I was bleeding, you know. When I would take a shower, I would wonder the same thing too. When I would be intimate with my fiance, I was scared because, well, we were both scared because we were wondering, like, oh my god, like, if something gonna happen because we're doing this. It was just more scary than anything pregnancy related. We were more scared, so I haven't exactly been able to enjoy my pregnancy because it's been more worrisome and stressful, and I haven't been able to enjoy the pregnancy yet. Hope that makes sense. But I know that once I get my belly and I start feeling the baby move constantly, that I think I'll be able to enjoy it then. So hope that answers your question. Next question is from Dre Girl 13. Beta numbers when you had your first ultrasound. I had my first ultrasound at 9 weeks of pregnancy. And the beta numbers, I roughly just went over them already. Toned for Better asked 2 questions. Did you experience any sudden discomfort such as jolly horse or numbness in hands or feet? No, I did not. I didn't experience that, actually. Will you be having a natural delivery or with meds? Actually, the nurse in my new OB appointment, which was the last appointment almost 4 weeks ago, actually almost 2 weeks ago, sorry, she asked me if she was like, so are you gonna do epidural, or do you want to try to go natural and see how far you get, or, and I was like, no, give me the epidural. I want to say that I'm built for a high tolerance of pain because I've been through several painful things that I've actually gone through like a champ, that a lot of people have been like, I could never get through that, but I was able to. However, labor is labor. Giving birth is giving birth, and I always seem to, like, when I'm in the shower or when I'm naked, I always like look down and go, I cannot imagine a baby coming through there. Like, that's insane. This is what I can say. I'm gonna go as far as I can, and at a point where I feel like I can't no more, then yes, I will be getting an epidural. Hope that answers that question. Next question is from ZZ on Deck. What about the first trimester of pregnancy was different than you expected, and what met your expectations? What was different than I expected? Like I said, the part where I thought that I was gonna be able to start enjoying being pregnant in the first trimester, which I haven't still to this day been able to do. That's the only difference. And what met my expectations, you know, when it comes to the first trimester, the only thing that I can say is that I got through when it comes to meeting my expectations is not having a miscarriage. Thank God. Knock on wood. That's something that met my expectations, because I wanted to make sure that I did everything in my power to be careful, and I did. I wanted to take care of myself as best as I could, and I did. And I wanted to be able to get through the first trimester without getting the bad news of something happening to my baby or to my pregnancy. So I was able to meet that. So that's a bonus. That's a plus. Thank God. Now it's just getting to 16 weeks where that's when the doctor says I'm out of the woods. So 2 more weeks. Jessica Porter asks, what was your best and worst thing about the first trimester? Once again, my worst thing was being so worried throughout the first trimester, and still being so worried and concerned and not being able to fully embrace the whole pregnancy joy of it. I regret not doing the pictures like I said I was gonna do for you guys every single week, and doing a video where I would show like different where I would want to show every single angle of my belly, but I never did that from the early stages. I guess I could start doing it now in my 14th week, because like I said, I'm not any different right now. Excuse me. So that's the only thing that I really do regret about the first trimester, which I guess is the worst. The worst is being tired all the time and not actually being able to sleep. I'm in a house where even if I'm here all day, people are going in and out all the time, and I don't get to sleep. I think that this was the first week where I actually would be able to sleep, but I've been taking some classes, so while Angel's away on business, I haven't been able to take a nap because, you know, I've been out all day and I leave early in the morning, come back really late, so, you know, naps are just out of the question. So, excuse me, something happened with my camera again. So anyway, we're back. So continuing the last question. Okay, so Kia asked, how many weeks were you when you decided to tell everyone, including friends, that you were pregnant? That's kind of a tough one because, come on. So that's a tough one because you guys know that I did a live that day that I tested when I got my BFP. So because I did that live, there were some people that saw that on YouTube, even though I think actually I put that live private, right? But I don't know who tuned in. But anyway, Point is that a lot of people found out from the YouTube, and it's because I didn't want to hide it from you guys and go like MIA from you guys. So it's kind of hard to say, but when I was I want to say when I was 5 weeks, I told my family in Colombia, and I told my mom. Okay, so next question is from Melissa Itis again. Have you lost or gained any weight so far? I thought I gained weight, but to be honest with you guys, I've been staying the same. I haven't, maybe like a pound I've gained. That's about it. Kia asked, did you experience implantation cramp / bleeding? No, I did not. No cramping and no bleeding. Queen Bebe XO, have you thought about doing a water birth? No. I always thought those were interesting, but it's not the type of atmosphere that I want to be in. And then Queen Bebe also asked, have you been vomiting or just been nauseous? I've only been nauseous. I haven't vomited. I've been very close to vomiting, but never did. So that concludes all of your questions and all of my first trimester stories and questions I had for myself to tell you guys. That's basically it. If I missed anything, make sure to comment below. Don't forget to always look at the subscription box, so that way you guys can see where you can write me and stuff like that, and for any type of little bit of information that I put in there and the next video that's going to be coming up. I appreciate all of your support. Thank you so much for following me and watching my videos. I hope you enjoy this, because a lot of you were waiting for this video. Make sure to comment below and let me know if you have any more questions so I can answer them, and also make sure to comment and tell me what other videos you are interested in that I can do at the current moment. I'm always trying to look for something different and new that I can do with you guys. I will be doing a how well does my fiance know me when Angel gets back. So when we get around to that, I'll be posting that too. That's gonna be a fun one. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys. Be nice to one another the way Ellen says. Be safe, be kind, and I love you guys. Bye.